What's up? My name is Brittany Price. I'm here on the Midwest Takeoff, and the song I'll be performing is called On Love Alone. Superstitious, but I still catch my hands praying. He coming back to keep loving me, and that song, that je ne sais quoi, that magic I don't know what makes me wanna give my heart to him, my all, surrender my soul and break me wide up and soften up and just belong to him. Set fire to my shoulder, I can fly frozen, I can feed and grow and numb to the chase. And the way I stay loving him with all that I have. Baby, I'm not superstitious, but I still catch my hands praying. He coming back to keep loving me. And that song, that je ne sais quoi, that magic I don't know. What makes me want to change the time for him? Give my kingdom for a peace of mind for him. Oh, the one I call. If there's one thing I know that we're missing, it's survive on love alone. What's up? This is Brittany Price. I'm here with the Midwest Takeoff, and I'm ready for some questions.
Hi, Brittany.
Hey,
Thank
girl,
you
how are
so much. You did an amazing job. Your voice is beautiful. We're going to ask you some questions and get down to the nitty gritty, okay?
Okay.
What was the first sound that you fell in love with as a kid?
The first sound I fell
Musically.
The first sound I fell in love with. I feel like I have to say this. This is like, girl, my mom tells this story all the time. But when we used to make the long drive from Cleveland to Dayton, it felt so long when I was a kid. And we used to go when I was going to see my dad. I would always listen to Whitney Houston in the car. Whitney Houston and Lauryn Hill are probably the earliest, like, I was singing along, and my parents were like respectively like, oh shit, like, you know, because I was like really singing along. So it was probably Whitney Houston or Lauryn Hill for sure.
That's dope. Okay, so you write music.
I do.
What is a mistake that you made that actually made a song better.
A mistake that I made that made a song better. That's a good question. Okay, so I tend to fall into this trap. Like, I spend a lot of time with my songs as I'm crafting them. Like, so, like, for instance, like on Love Alone, I didn't really even finish putting it together and like finish like weaving together that song until like a year and a half after I started it. But I spend a lot of time with my demos, and that can be like a really good thing because it solidifies the idea, but it can also be not so good thing because sometimes the demo becomes a song before you're finished writing the song, like in your head. And sometimes I hit these walls, but I think that there's a couple of little like demoitis walls that I've hit that actually ended up serving me, because every time I listen to it, you know, you're either like, yes, this is it, or like, oh, it needs something else, or it's not quite done, or what is it missing? You know, like I tend to kind of, you know, I really, as a storyteller, I like to really investigate things, you know. So as I'm looking back and poring over, sometimes it just really solidifies it. Like I can think of one demo that it's gonna be out soon, I hope. But I can think of one song where like I kept hitting that wall because I was like, this is so true. Like I can't change anything. This has to be the springboard. This has to be a part of the foundation of, you know, of this story. So that's probably, I don't know if I would call it a mistake, but that's what we're going with. A roadblock. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think music heals more people or exposes them?
I am going to go ahead and say I think that the type of exposure that comes from, that can come out of a really well-written song or a really potent song, something that really touches, like, I think that exposure is almost always in nature healing. Like, I think it always has some healing to it. I think so much of what we write as musicians and like the ways it could when I think about like the definition of exposure, like I think of like, you know, it could expose something that maybe wasn't true. It could expose you to make you feel exposed, like you feel vulnerable, which I think is also, you know, so healing. So I think by nature it heals more people for sure.
Okay.
Whether they want to heal or not is probably the question.
Right. It might expose what they really need to heal.
Exactly.
Ooh. Snap my fingers real quick. I just said something. Okay. So what's your go-to post-performance indulgence? Like, do you go eat some food? Do you go and do something crazy?
I don't know if I go do something crazy. After I perform, I'm not gonna lie, I usually like to sit down. I might not have a drink, but I'll probably smoke a little, you know. And then like I just like to chill. But either I really like driving. Like after I write a song, after I perform, I really just love to sit in the car and just like, I don't know, that time is so special to me. I feel like there's nothing like driving around and being like, you didn't do what I just did. You don't have the song that I have. Like just going out after, like there's like such a high about that, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the next version of Brittany Price that the world isn't ready for yet? What do you have anything in store that's coming up soon?
The next version. You know what? I've actually taken a bit of a hiatus from music for the past few years. Like I'm just now actually exploring and discovering this version of myself as a musician. You know, I had my daughter almost 4 years ago. I'm not allowed to say she's 3 because she's almost 4, so she will tell me about myself. So, you know, she's 4. But now getting back into things as a mom with this like new confidence, which probably comes with like, I just quite frankly, I have less fucks to give. Excuse my French, I don't know if I can say that. But I think I'm watching myself, and I've spent so much time really sharpening my pen and really working and really figuring out like what stories do I want to tell, how do I want to say it. Like I've spent all this time, and I think sometimes when we think about preparing a new version of ourselves, especially as artists, I think it's so easy to dive into like the creating of it, but that's just the really fun part, and that's the part we like to focus on. But outside of that, like, there is so much more foundational building and so much more going on behind the scenes that I think I've been like living so in that I'm just so excited to put that forward. Like, I'm so excited to give so many less fucks about anything and just like really be so confident, so free, so honest, and just like this is what I have, and I think I don't think people are ready for that.
Okay. So give us a few words of encouragement, some advice for young women that are looking to pursue music.
Advice for women. I'm trying to think of like what is not like, yeah, cliche, or like, oh, like what don't you already know? Like don't stop, and don't stop because like not even because like you're gonna make it one day. Like, you're gonna make it one day if you don't stop, because A, there are people who quit every day, and B, like, if you feel like this is your calling, do it regardless of where it's gonna take you, because it's gonna take you where you need to go. If you're able to take your ego out of the room and really just be honest, tell the story, like, do what needs to be done so that you go to sleep thinking, I'm creating the best work that I can make. I'm creating the most authentic to myself product that I can possibly put out. I am, doing right by my younger me who wanted to do this. Like, take your ego out and serve the thing and seek fulfillment based on what you want to make. And that will be so much more potent. Like, tell your story, be honest. That will be so much more your specific experience into music, and the way you hear music, the way you hear melody, the way you put things together, the way like all of that that's why people will want to listen. That's what makes music so universal, is the specificity of things. I think it's so easy for people to be chasing virality right now and to be going after like a quick million views and like hopefully something happens. And it's like, at the end of the day, viral moments are fleeting. Like, the industry continues to be so different every day, and it's not going to be the same, tomorrow. So we have to do right by ourselves, by our stories, especially as women, because telling more of our stories is more empowering. We accept, everything from women in a different way than we do men. And so I just think we could use all that like divine feminine energy, that like really like making the really fulfilling stuff. I think we could always use more of that.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you coming out and showcasing your talent.
Thank you for having me.
Also, please share your handles for your social medias.
Oh yes. Okay, so on social media, it's all the same. Brittany, BRITTNIE Price, PRICE. Brittany Price. Short, sweet, simple.
Thank you so much, Brittany.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Midwest Takeoff. I'm your host, Troop Nation. I'm here with DJ Lock Bay, Boss Bree, 216 Hundo, and we got a special guest for us today. Her name is Mila Topics, an advanced esthetician, blogger, on-camera host, a model who's all about faith, beauty, and purpose, a true child of God, using her platform to inspire and uplift. She's also our first and second season host of the Midwest Takeoff. Welcome back.
What up? That was good, brother.
How you doing? How you been?
Hey, I'm good.
Welcome back to the show. How you feeling?
It's so funny because I was driving here and I was like, feeling like nervous. Like I'm
Yeah.
in the interview. That is so funny. It's such a change.
So we've been seeing you doing your big one out here. You got some new things popping up in the city that, you know, I feel like the whole world needs to hear about. You know, you want to tell us about it?
I truly appreciate that. So in general, just about myself, I've been doing events since 2021. And mainly geared towards women, you know, women empowerment. We had a body positivity event. I have had some co-ed events too. I had a sex awareness event that me and Troop hosted together. Talking
and
about,
Chill?
yeah, it's called Netflix and Chill. We brought awareness. That's
Yeah.
my brand, like bringing awareness to topics that we don't talk about. So we had talked about STIs, STDs, and things like that. This event, I've always grew up in the church. But like these last couple years, I've been so locked in with God, and He not letting me go. Like it's like a whole okay. And this event is called Step in Faith, and it's gonna be at Captivate November 8th, and it's all gospel music. It's gonna be all no alcohol. It's gonna be mocktails. We're gonna have a little cucumber shots. It's gonna
about
still be the
communion
club.
wine? Communion wine?
I'm thinking about adding that in there. We may have a little communion, but I don't want to
That's what
force
I'm
that on
saying.
Communion
everybody.
wine,
You
you
know?
said?
Communion wine, no shots.
Sangria.
That's my big thing. We're not gonna go too far into deep, but I would always say you have to make sure that everybody's heart posture is correct when they take communion, because
Absolutely.
if they don't, it'll make you sick.
Yeah,
That is in the
that's
Bible.
So it's like, right, it's nothing
Yeah.
I'll play with as far
Yeah.
as that, but it's definitely going to be just a group of like young adults that's coming together and praising God, giving glory to Him, like having a good time. And I actually found this out. Shout out to the Counterculture, and they're in Columbus, and they do it every few months. I had just went last month, and when I tell y'all, like, it was just so much fun. Like, we all in there talking about Kirk Franklin, bangers, dancing. Like, it was just so lively. They had guests on the show and everything. It was just so fire. So I'm bringing it to Cleveland.
Oh, that's right.
We'll also definitely have to talk because I have a juice business and it's actually faith-based, so it's called Our Daily Press. So it's based off of 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it for the glory of God. So even if we could partner and I could bring some juices in with y'all at that event, since it's you know, like the
We
mocktails.
doing it right now. Let's do it.
For sure.
We definitely could talk after this, and I'm definitely interested in that. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
And her drinks are fire.
All right.
I actually
What's
also-
your favorite? What's your favorite?
Oh yeah, we drink them on the show.
Yeah, we usually do. I actually juice for the Cleveland Cavaliers too, like the players.
I should have asked her to bring some juice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I have a fall list that I'm coming out
So
with.
you're doing like different for
Yeah,
each season?
Yep. I have a main one that I can still do. Like, I just prefer to do the fall just because of the in-season fruit.
Okay. I know that's right. I love that. What you about to
So no, I had a question because in your bio it says a child of God. So how do you use your faith and your work as an esthetician, a model, host, and blogger? How do you incorporate that into your hustle for the city of Cleveland?
So the child of God, it had changed in there. I added that in there a couple years ago. All those titles you listed, I'm nothing but a child of God. So it's like we all have labels. People be like, oh, because I'm a Leo, that's my sign. We this, we a model, we all these things, but we're nothing, honestly. We're where God wants us to be. And so it's so deep rooted in everything that I do. Like right now, I just started another serving job. And I find purpose whatever I'm doing. So I'm gonna, if God's telling me to go pray with that person next over there, if He's telling me to go pay for that bill, if He's telling me to do this, like we can find purpose in no matter what our titles are. And I went to Ohio Media School. I have my broadcasting certificate. I am an advanced esthetician. I was doing facials and waxes. So I do have all these different titles. I'm in school currently right now. I'll have my associates in the spring. And I'll be going to CSU for psychology next.
That list
thank you
long,
so much.
man. That
What
list long.
y'all be doing? Y'all be doing this?
Lock it.
Pinching the air.
But I think that I'll be like, some people look at me like, oh, you crazy. Like, just, like my dad, old school. He's 76, just turned 76. Happy belated birthday, daddy. And he like, we so used to that one way, like, all right, you go here and let's be 30 years in at GE and
that pension.
get a retirement and a 401k, and that's great. But when I tell you, like, anybody that knows living a Christian and godly life, you don't know where your path gonna go.
Right.
He might have just had me in that advanced esthetician room because we was praying together and we was working out together, and I met 6 sisters. I don't know why he had me there. I don't know where he want me to go next. And it's just like, I'm saying I'm about to go to psychology. He might have me go theology. I might be pastor topics next year. I don't know what he gonna have me doing.
Pastor topics.
Like,
Yeah.
That hit.
seriously though.
That hit.
I'll come.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll come. If you started the church, I'll come.
People be
The topic of the day.
The topic of the day.
sorry.
I got the topic for the day. The Lord said.
Yep.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So, as you identify as a child of God, and you also been on the show. We prayed pretty much every episode for the first 2 seasons that you were on the show. Mm-hmm. What was it like transitioning from the show to going full into the gospel, into the church? What was that transition like?
Oh my God. My favorite term been lately is like intentional solitude.
Yeah.
For the last year and a half, like, God not, like I said, he just not playing with me. I never thought this would be my life. Like, of course I grew up in church. I love God. Everybody say that. They confess that with. But to love him for real, like, people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to have that conversation. Like,
right.
I'm not here to judge nobody up here, nobody out here in the world. But, like, my whole life literally changed. Like, you're a witness to this. Yeah. Like, I don't drink no more. It's been a year in August since I've had any liquor at all. Yeah. I had a couple, like some red wine, but my daughter, I told her I didn't drink no more, and she like, Mommy, why is wine up there? You said you don't drink no more. Like, out of the mouth of my child. Like, you right, baby. I said I don't drink no more. I don't even need this. But I used to feel like I had to be there for everybody and go to everybody and be this person. And God, like, you want to keep going to all these people and you're not coming to me. You talk to so-and-so and them on the phone for an hour, but you don't barely give me a day of your time. So literally my life looked like on the Bible every single day. And the days 3-4 days go by, it's like something missing. It's like praying every single day. I thank God. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. I want him to be the first thought on my mind. Try not to be on social media. I was on social media for 9 months.
Yeah.
So this is what my life been looking like. And it's been lonely. It's been scary. It's been I'm seeing myself. When you're not around so many mirrors, we are reflections of each other.
Right.
You gotta look at yourself like, dang, I'm still got these issues. I'm still feeling some type of way about these hormones and what I used to do and how I used to be. And do I go back to this? Oh, I'm mad right now. This is what I used to do when I'm mad. I want to dog you. I want to this. I want to that. But as a mother, I want to smack myself in the back of the head. Instead, I gotta be like, Jesus help me. And I let them know so much because I'm a flawed human being. But that's what my life been looking like. It's been looking like me, God, and that's it. I told my best friend on the phone, I'm like, it's feel like we like out of town right now. Like, that's still my baby, but we just on different journeys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Like, in your journey, what would you say is your most rewarding sacrifice?
Most rewarding sacrifice.
That's deep.
That's a good one because you gotta,
feel me?
you gotta give up.
Can I ad lib to that real quick
Go
while
ahead.
she has that thought process? So one time when I was doing a fast, it came to me like from God. It was like, you're never really making sacrifices because Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice. You now make adjustments. So like you change your alteration, you adjust, you reposition. You really don't sacrifice as much as we think because in the terms of that sacrifice, it is. Now, when you give it up, is it a sacrifice? At that moment, yes. But later in life, you realize that you never really actually needed it. So was it really a sacrifice? So that's why I always ad-lib that too, because it's really an adjustment.
Just cancel out my question.
No, she didn't. No, I didn't. The first thing I would say, first thing that came to my head was my children, because they're part of my fruit. And I can't say I'm a child of God. My kids aren't. That was my first thought, and I'm going to go back into that. But after that, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, my biggest sacrifice was denying my flesh. That's been my biggest sacrifice because it come down to literally every single meticulous detail to the fact, like, what I listen to, what I watch. It's certain scenes I'll be watching on a movie. Can't even look at it sometimes. Like, it's what I do, what I eat, how I talk. I have to check myself every single day. I think that's the biggest sacrifice. Like, dang, you was gossiping today. You was cussing a little too much today. We're not supposed to cuss. All these things. I try not to be too hard on myself because shame is not of God. He's not shaming us at all, but it's continuous correction. Like, that's probably the biggest sacrifice. And like she just said, I'm not living my life for myself, so it's not a sacrifice. I'm living my life as an example for God and to be of service. I think a lot of times we think, well, I do this and I need something back. Literally, we're not supposed to. That's not even how I thought it's supposed to be at all.
Right.
We're supposed to be of service in every single thing that we do and pray for God for the strength to keep going when we feeling overwhelmed and drained and tired.
So my friend gave me a great quote the other day that like almost humbled me, but made me like hungry humble. She said, don't ever settle because God hasn't even put you in the rooms that you're supposed to be in yet. And so I offered that like quote and ask you, how do you feel as you continue to move through different journeys in life past? Like, how do you feel, like you said earlier, like God is putting you in these positions for certain reasons. It may not be, oh, I'm supposed to be the best esthetician. Oh, I'm not supposed to be the #1 radio host. I'm just supposed to bring the message that I'm supposed to bring people closer to God and bring glory to his name while I'm doing that. So how do you feel like with that quote, you have seen that through your life journey?
What was the quote again?
Don't settle, because God is going to continue to place you in rooms you're supposed to be in.
She say, do it scared.
For sure.
That
was the first one of the first branding thing that I had t-shirts, quoting doing scared. And now it's like God don't even give me a choice no more to do things.
Absolutely.
This event I was supposed to do back in the summer with the stepping in faith, God is like this.
Man.
It don't be like, sometimes it don't be a push or a shove. It be like, I told you already. I said, God, I don't have no money. How I'm going to do it? I don't know that. Soon as I put out that flyer,
there it go.
Every single thing fell into place. I didn't have the exact money for the DJ said, what's your budget? What can you afford?
Yep.
I have somebody right now messaging me about, some dancers messaging me about wanting to put together a performance. I have an artist. I have all these things. I have somebody that's about to pay for all the juices and for the mocktails and everything. I'm not even joking. Like, that's
a blessing. That's what's up.
Yep.
That's all ordained. That's all blessed right there, because when you put something out there and you tell God what you want, you know, we are God's children, and he does, you know, listen to us. And, you know, with the blessings that we receive, it comes. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, you getting everything, you put that out there. Like, I made the flyer, and look, everything started rolling in. You know, same thing with the show. I put an ideal out there. You was the first,
coming through,
and I approached you like, hey, I have an idea, and that idea now is 4 seasons in, and now look at the crew. It's like, you know, and I look at it like that. I wouldn't be able to have all of this without God. And
absolutely.
That's 100% true, because, you know, from your faith base and how my mom raises and my family is, like, that all comes from the inside. And, you know, once I learned that, once I say it out loud, I write it down, everything I ever wanted in life came true.
Yeah.
All of it. Like,
you ask and you shall receive. You just gotta.
Hey, that's Matthew 7 right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's also a test of your obedience too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you obedient, you following God's will, like you said, you ain't know how you was gonna have this or that, but that flyer, God, like, just do it. You know, just do it. I got the rest. You know, but your obedience, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna just do it. And then, like you said, you took care of the rest. So I think it's a big test of obedience and really understanding your connection and where you at in your path with God too.
I appreciate you for that, you know, because when you in it, you're not, you know, looking for the accolades, but it just feel good to be seen and know, like, this is not easy. Everybody want to talk about the Christian. Once you turn your life over to God, it's gonna be everything.
Talk about the journey.
No, that's when it get harder.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
when it
the
get
enemy get
harder.
on you even more.
That's a whole, like, getting into that part, that just, it goes into, like, the whole being of how I started my juice business. And, like, how you just said, like, I founded it in May, and I used to have this thing where I was like, I'd be drinking my water and minding my business. And I always used to say it because I would be like focused on myself. But then I realized I was saying it to like tend to my business. And so I started it in May, and then by September, I offer somebody, hey, can you make content for me with this juice? Yeah, sure. But guess what? My wife actually is the player performance chef, and I'm about to give her these juices, and then y'all can go from there. So instead of me getting content, now I have a partnership with the Cavs.
Connection.
Yep. And now I'm doing their juices. So it's like, when it's meant to be like that, and you understand that, even if you don't fully understand it until you're in it, which is when that understanding comes in, it's a blessing to see like that whole fruition. And so like the whole under part of like the start of that business also came from like a very dark time. And I don't say it in like a negative way in terms of that, because I was comforted with God's grace. I was comforted with his word. And every time that I felt like the pain that I was going through and the suffering that I was going through was gonna just take me out, and I was ready for it to be over, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, I had things that I need to do to take care of myself, like physically. I had that breakdown, and it was the timing of it, you know, it was around Easter, and it was, you know, like the whole breakdown that I had during the time that what I was doing in my life. And so it just is a testimony to be like, when you know what you're supposed to be doing, when God is speaking to you, you'll have exactly what you're supposed to when you're supposed to. It's one of those things where it's like the Martha and Mary story. Like, all he asked was for you to be at his feet. He didn't ask for you to clean the house. He didn't ask for you to set it up, even though I'm here right now. So just do what he asked you to do.
Yeah.
And everything that you're supposed to do will come to that.
Yeah.
Everybody looked at you.
I thought Locke asked.
Yeah.
I was
thought Locke asked.
commenting on what she was saying.
It was funny.
My bad.
My bad for commenting.
Okay, so your transition from being in the hosting world, media, cosmetology, to going into a full faith lifestyle, what has been some challenges? I mean, I know you focused. I mean, you challenged with your flesh, but like within that, what exactly did you? Is there a time you could tell us where you really struggled?
For sure. Before this year started, I was working at a place that I loved. You know, I was making the most money I probably made. God called me to quit that job. And I'm like, God, come on now. Like, my bills is good right now. Like, you know, I'm good. Like, I had a few thousand saved. Like, and when you had zero, $5,000 is a lot saved that you ain't even got to touch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, God, come on. He like, no, you going to quit this job. You're going to go back to school. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to do after that. I was so nervous that day. I'm like, y'all, I've been here for almost 4 years. I'm like, I'm about to quit. They all said, they're like, can you just do some days? Can you just, when we call in, like, just call you in, I'm like,
Trying to guilt you into
I can't do it right now. This is not what God's telling me. Quit the job. I'm doing Amazon Flex. Because I'm like, God, I need some money. I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling, this is how I talk to God sometimes. You be trying to tell him, yo, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna do? And he be laughing for real. So I'm over here doing Amazon Flex, dropping off packages with my car. A couple months later, sprained my ankle. Not doing nothing but stepping out my car. I didn't do it. Everybody asked me, what happened, Mila? I'm like, stepped out my car, and that boy said, to the day before it heals.
You getting old.
Exactly. You trying to be funny, but chill on me. But literally. And so then I started trying to do Lyft. I'm like, oh, this got to be God, because I'm the second person in the car. She praying with me. We praying. I'm like, thank you, God. He said, I told you to be still.
Man, you was doing everything.
Still doing everything but. So then I'm doing Lyft for like couple months. I stopped making money. I was making money and not making money, if that makes sense.
I know what you
Nothing
mean.
being paid.
Yep.
That's what started happening at the restaurant too. He been telling me to quit the restaurant the first time, and nothing was getting paid. I'm not saving. I'm like,
What's happening here?
it's a drought. Same thing happened. So for almost 3 months, I did not work. People like, what? That's crazy in this earthly world thought,
In
right?
this
Because
economy as
I got
well.
2 children. My son, 11 years old, Jonathan, I love you. My daughter, Journey, 8 years old. I have bills, car note, like everybody else, all these things. And he been providing. And I'm not even trying to be funny. They calling me, they texting me, the people that bills that don't matter. Not a light bill got turned off. Gas bill, I can't tell you how much that was. All these things, nothing got turned off. We never missed a meal. We still had everything we needed. My daughter's birthday party, I don't know how I paid for it. When I tell you, a gift card came in the mail on the exact birthday date on a Saturday. $600 in the mail. Wow. I got a check one time for a lawsuit, one of my old jobs, a couple $100.
Look at God.
Like, I'm not trying to be funny, and don't nobody want to hear that. Like, I'm like, God, but.
Yeah.
You gotta be quiet.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he wants you to know what everybody on this earth thinks. Savings, everybody want to be millionaires. Everybody, nothing on this earth matter. Nothing. I can't stress that enough. Nothing. Not the clothes on your backs, not nothing matter. Or we are here on this earth to do what God says us to do. No matter what you think you're supposed to do, It's what God say. And I don't think nobody really understand that sacrifice because I'm still learning it. Hopefully he want me at this job I just started because he going to tell me if he don't, I'm going to have to quit.
Yep.
So, sorry, that was kind of a long story.
No, it's
but
fine.
it's like, that's the hardest. That's been the hardest
It just
thing.
puts into perspective that everything out here is meaningless.
Yeah.
When you don't focus on the foundation.
Yeah.
It really means nothing.
Yeah.
And they say that in the Bible as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is that Ecclesiastes? I can't say it right.
Your Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes?
You good,
Yeah.
sis.
Yes.
I got you. I can't say half
Chapter
the
2,
names
they
or the
talk
people in
about-
the names Bible right.
They
so I
talk
understand.
about worshiping these things that have no meaning.
Talking about idols is in the Bible so much.
Yes,
We
and
idolize things and don't even realize it.
We are here to be in His image. So, I get it wholeheartedly because
Yeah.
I actually bartended for 11 years, and one day I was just like, yeah, this isn't feeding me. Like it's feeding me, but it ain't feeding me. And everybody was like, "Oh, you coming back? You come back?" And I'm like, "No, this is different. I've quit and came back, but this is different.
Yeah.
This time, this is spiritual. This is me trying to be the best me that I possibly can, and me reaching that, I can't do it here.
I understand.
Because no matter how much I practice my faith and I show up, when I come here, it takes all of that away because it's a distraction and I'm affected every time. So I had to go.
I'm so glad that you took that move.
Yes, and it was
Proud
the
of
best thing
you.
I could ever did, and it was hard.
Yeah.
Because that money is great.
Money
You ain't gotta tell me.
Love that money.
You ain't gotta tell me. I already know.
I can't be of, like you said, of my flesh.
Yeah.
Like the things that I need, I already have them.
Amen.
So let me ask you this, right? Because you touched on it, like a possibility of a pastor, right? Is that really something that you may go towards?
You know what's funny?
Because you touched on it, so I heard it.
I gotta let God talk to me on it because I'm trying to run from it a little bit.
Let me hear your pastor growl.
You know,
Yo,
he's so funny.
Yeah, your pastor tune up. Go ahead, tune up. Sound like
Okay.
Woo! No, just playing. But I know I'm a good speaker.
Yes.
I know God has blessed me with that, and I know that God, like with my events, I can see it. And I would have to do it in the way God knows that it's me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, just an example, I don't know Sarah T.D. Jakes, so I'm not gonna like T.D. Jakes' daughter. I don't want to be like nobody, but just how she dressed, how she come in, like it would have to be in my uniqueness, and God know that. And it might not be on a pulpit, maybe. I don't know what it would do. God might have me going in a rumor at 1 a.m, like, "Hey, Bunchy, can I get a 5 minutes on the mic? I just want to tell everybody to love God."
Yeah.
I don't know how it would look.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I've entertained the thoughts.
Yeah.
But I'm scared.
You already doing
A little
it.
bit.
You already minister to.
We pray before the show.
Yeah.
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 So you already.
Yeah. I don't know. Be like, because when preacher, I be thinking like, I don't know. I grew up in an old school traditional church, and I love my church, and it's home, and it was my foundation. It's just like, it's so much bad names about the church. I know people got so much church hurt, and nobody is perfect, so they looking at the pastor to be perfect, but it's not gonna be no perfect person,
Yeah.
and they don't want to go, and they making that change their mind. It's just so many different politics that I probably don't even know half of.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would have a church, or I don't know. I would just let God, God would tell me what I need to do.
My 2 cents for you is always remember everyone has their gift, and even if your gift is speaking, it doesn't mean that it has to be in the pulpit.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
make
And
an
I have
impact
thought about the
anywhere.
women representation too, because there's not that many representations of women in the pulpit, period. So I maybe even like a guest thing or an assistant
Oh,
or
for
just
sure.
a help
I'm
or
blessed.
something.
I actually have 2 pastors at my church. They're married, Pastor Mo and Pastor Lex.
I love that. Because I saw only 2 women when I was younger, Pastor Courtney and Pastor Kimberly Copeland. And I'm like, I just really loved them. And I loved seeing them when I was 10, and I still remember them in my back
Oh,
of my
absolutely,
head.
yep.
So I never know.
So I definitely want to say, because you also said that you're a great speaker. So when I first started the show, you were my first co-star, right? You helped me develop my voice, and I never publicly told you and give you your flowers but you helped me develop my sound. And so I definitely want to say thank
speaks
you.
on that all the
I
time.
do,
He does.
because
All the time.
when you want to become a star, you got to align yourself with stars, and I feel that you are a star, and you've been that way, even, you coming on the show. So I do say that a lot because I knew who I wanted to be, and I aligned myself with, you know, the people that I thought were in that role, and you're one of them. And so I'm like, how do I speak? Because if you look back, I don't talk on the first couple episodes. Not really. You did most of the talking, you know. And so
You about to make me tear up.
you know, it's the truth. Though.
Because you know what, True? I really did watch you just evolve, period. And like, you giving me my flowers, but I'm so freaking proud of you, dude. Like, for you to keep going no matter what, like, people always talking about, we gonna speak on this on the show too. Me and Troop have no beef ever, never had no beef ever. And people be asking that, and they just want people to have problems and be against each other. But I just told y'all about my path. Troop is like, he on a go right now, and that's just what he's on. And I respect my brother for that. They know probably, because he got a video idea, a concert idea, this and that. You need to repost this, post that. And I'm like, I love that for you. And God was already slowing me down by the time we was doing our show, like that second season. Like, nah, you got to get out there social media, you got to do these things. And that's really the only thing that had me like not being, you know, a co-host anymore. But I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. And we're going to be family for the rest of my life.
Thank you.
And so wherever y'all need me, if y'all ever need me to host anything, if y'all ever have events, like, if y'all just need me to pray with y'all can have my number. I'm not even being funny. Like, I'm just really, like, on that type of time. I do women's events all the time. I'm going to need y'all, you know, like, connection. And that's how me and Troop has done a couple events together before I even did this. I believe in that connection and just helping each other, so.
For sure.
I'm proud of y'all.
I appreciate
Thank
that
you.
too. So
And
thank
we
you.
appreciate you, because without you, you know, we wouldn't have this version of Troop today who saw something within us, our voices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he created a platform for us to come on here and showcase our talent. So thank you.
No
Yes,
problem.
thank you.
So if there is a young kid, a little girl, or a young person that's looking up to be in your shoes, to, you know, do it scared, but do it anyways, you know, to have that faith base, how can you give them some gems to be in your footsteps?
Baby girl, I love you. You have to always love God first in order to love yourself. Don't ever let this world change you or make you feel like you're not pretty enough or make you feel like you're not good enough or make you feel any less than what God already told you that you were. Don't let a man be your downfall, because that's the downfall for a lot of us women. You're smart. You're a queen. Keep your head up. And you got this.
And tell everybody how to follow you.
You can follow me on Mila.topics, and that's with a Z.
Hey, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go comment. This episode is dropping soon. Hey, now let's take off.